Plan of attack for the day is to put all of the seals and trim panels and possibly the doors back on the F350, and if I get all that done, possibly hook up the batteries and pull it outside. And if I get all that done, I'll move on to something else. Not really not positive what's going to happen today, but that's what I'm going to start with, is the F350. So I know that this thing got super dusty whenever I was cutting it apart and grinding and painting and all of that. I had it like tarped off as best as I could, but a lot of dust still made its way into the cab, so I think today's kind of going towards just doing a little detail on the cab and then trying to get the doors on it. The doors, the poop doors, have to go back on it so I can bring it outside so I can work on the other stuff. So that's the plan today, or for the rest of the day, is getting on some cleaning. The cleaner that I'm using is a Chemical Guys Total Interior Cleaner. It's safe on anything electronic. It does a really good job on any kind of display or screen. It doesn't leave any streaks. It doesn't leave any kind of residue like a Armor All or anything like that. It's just a cleaner, and then you can top coat with whatever you plan on using to add a shine or anything like that. But it's safe on pretty much anything in the interior: leather, vinyl, glass, screens, whatever. It's basically, I'm assuming, just essentially a glass cleaner of some sort. Not really sure. It works well. It's cheap. This being fresh paint, I really don't want to take any chances putting this door back on. Especially because I do everything by myself for the most part, unless one of my friends is over. So this is a little precaution to stop any, well, hopefully stop any scratches from happening. So this is the tool that I use while installing doors. It makes it so much easier when you're doing stuff by yourself, which most of the time I am. So yeah, this is I can get an exact part number for it, but it makes it so much easier installing a door. It pivots back and forth, goes on a normal floor jack. There's not really anything to it, but it makes it a lot easier, especially if you have a floor jack with a foot pedal. So yeah, go ahead and try to get one of these doors on without scratching it. Yeah. this back a little bit so I don't end up knocking you over. If it doesn't, if it looks like I don't know what I'm doing, it's because I don't. I'm just winging it. So, as you can see, I got another disaster, so I'm going to at least move it out of the way enough to where I can get the truck out. I don't know if I get the truck out tonight, because I still have the bed in front of the door and I don't really have anybody to help me move it. So, I'm going to at least go ahead and try and get everything cleaned up. So I'm gonna go ahead, get the batteries hooked up in this thing, make sure it fires up before I go through moving the bed and stuff out of the way. So, move the bed. Gonna attempt to get this thing back outside. It took me a while, way more than it should have, to get it inside, so let's see how long this takes. Did I ever mention that I need a bigger garage? If I didn't, definitely need a bigger garage. So, the truck is outside. I have a whole lot of cleaning to do because there's, even with my makeshift paint booth thing that I came up with, there's still overspray and lots and lots of grinding dust and everything else. So I think tomorrow is gonna be a cleaning day. Clean the garage and clean this thing up because this thing is filthy from sitting in the garage. I need to see how far I gotta go with everything. I know that I was told that I believe that the hood and the grill were recently painted. So hopefully I can get all that buffed out and looking good. Fingers crossed super tight that the fenders buff out. It had fender flares on it, and there's a lot of little micro scratches where the flares were. So hopefully I can fix all that because I really don't want to paint any of that. That's a whole lot of work. So much more work. Yeah, that's about it for today.